Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to episode week, what are we? 48 of the Content Creator live stream, back on PS4 for the first stream of December. We got the Christmas tree there as well, but we're all ready in the playlist. Let's get the first track started. 7 tracks to go through again, and then the bonus 8th track as always. And we've got all the links in the description for all the tracks that you'll see tonight in the order that we see them, and the link to submit your own circuits. We are going to be reopening the submissions for everybody probably next week, so keep an eye on that. So yeah, we're good to go. Any supercar is fine for this one. I decided to allow it. I never use the Wagner anymore, so I'm going to use it. Like, it's been so long since I used the Wagner. But yeah, another 7 tracks to showcase on PS4. Almost all of these.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Dmitry Pavlov became a channel member. That's an early channel member. Thank you for joining. That's I'm Blitz Aurora on Twitch, by the way. Oh, okay, Dmitry. It's nice when people have the same names, but then I know who people are. But what can you do? I don't want first person. Thank you for becoming a channel member. How can I go to the back without causing a crash? Oh no! Oh no! I couldn't, I think, was the answer to that. Thank you, Blitz Aurora, for becoming a channel member. Our first channel member of the night. And 34th overall. Oh. So we're back on YouTube. Again, these are now moving to... These used to be every 2 weeks, these content creator streams. Now it's a case of having a different platform every week for the first 3 weeks of a month. So the first Saturday each month will be on PS4. The second Saturday each month will be on Xbox One. The third Saturday each month will be on PC. And then obviously the fourth Saturday is for the podcast over on Twitch. That goes up on Monday on the YouTube channel. So yeah, there's going to be more of these essentially over the course of 6 months. You'll get more content creator streams than you otherwise would have done with them just being once every 2 weeks. Also, can't unsee the lights on the back of the car. Someone posted it in the chat. The little emote that the lights of the back of the Wagner look like, so everyone can have the back of the car ruined for them as well. But yeah, thank you Blitz Aurora for becoming a channel member. Feel free to use all the emotes that we have now. Oh, and I'll mention it at the start of the stream in case anybody is interested. Tomorrow night, for the usual Sunday GTA stream that I normally do on Twitch, we're going to be playing 5M. So if you like the 5M videos, the random walls, all that kind of stuff, and you want to see maybe some of it early, that'll be tomorrow on the Sunday stream. On the Twitch channel. There it is. Geo Viper posted it and Jellyfant did as well. The face on the backlights of the Wagner. Anyway, let's talk about the tracks. So again, we've got 7 tracks as always. Every single week we have 7. You can submit your own tracks at the link in the description. There will be you can only submit one track every wave. We've only had 2 waves on Xbox and 1 wave each on PS4 and PC, but next week I'm planning to reopen the submissions to go to the 2nd wave for PS4 and PC and the 3rd wave for Xbox. So if you had submitted a track, regardless of what platform you're on, by next week you should be able to submit another one. Either the same track improved or a second track, a different track, whatever you want. Ow. But yeah, this is the first week where it seems like there's some very borderline tracks. So we've got, I think all of the tracks apart from one have a score that's basically just about 4. Obviously, each of the tracks get rated 1 to 5 by the testers. Oh, you can even take that full speed. Each of the tracks get rated 1 to 5, and then the average score determines whether it becomes community verified or not. And obviously, community verified tracks then get played on the streams. And you have to get a score of 4 or higher to be considered community verified. And all of the tracks tonight, apart from one, which I'll mention when we get to it, have all got scores of like 4.0, 4.05, 4.06, something like that. So they're all sort of borderline, just cutting, you know, just making the cut. Ah, Blitz Aurora, you've changed your name. Perfect. It's good when people have the same names on all platforms, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, whatever it is. So it'll be interesting to see what the tracks are like tonight in comparison to things that we've played where there's been a bit more of a mix, I would say. This track, I guess for me, it's not my sort of thing. I'm not the biggest fan of the high-speed, flowy stuff. I like to have some slow-speed stuff as well. This was submitted as an event racing track. Our first 2 tracks are event circuits, then there's a regular circuit, a rally track or off-road track, then another regular circuit, playlist style circuit, then we've got 2 event tracks to finish us off. It's like, I don't mind these sort of tracks, and I certainly can't see, you know, anything that's majorly objectively wrong with it or anything from a prop perspective. But they're kind of just not my thing. They're good from a sort of maybe a non-contact scenario or a hot lapping scenario where you're really going fast and flowing. That lamppost there is not really a problem, but it would be a bit of annoyance for an event track. But I don't like tracks that are as open as this. I prefer to have some level of, you know, slow speed corners and things like that, so you can affect overtakes a bit easier. Oh, he just got ran out into the wall. Is that contact? Oh, damn it, I keep forgetting about this one corner. You can take so much more speed, but from you know what I'm playing right now, it is a fun track to drive. There's no doubt about that. It's well made, you know. There's nothing majorly wrong. From an event circuit perspective, you know, lampposts that are gonna change the outcome of a race, rather than, you know, driver skill and stuff like that. But yeah, I just think it's not necessarily for me personally, but that's not to take away from the, you know, the quality of the track itself. Let's see. Oh, that was so close! Damn it. I don't think I got that. I missed out on it as well. By 1/100th of a second. Stupid XA21 with its good acceleration and four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive nonsense. So yeah, nice track to start us off. It is a fun track to drive around from just a full-on driving experience perspective, definitely. Community verified testers make no comments about alleged Russian ties. Yeah, I think a few of the ammunition signs caught me off guard a little bit in some places, but on the whole, I think it got a 4.02. I think that's fair. I would probably have given it a solid 4. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Why did no one use the adder? It has the highest top speed in the game. So again, these are linked in the description. Where is... what do we want? Alright, let's do 4 laps. Let's do 3 laps with muscle cars. And we'll do the same thing that we were going to do before. So no top 5 muscle cars. If you do use a top 5 muscle car, don't finish the race and take a position from somebody who has used one. So the top 3 dominators, well, all the dominators, the 3 dominators, the Yosemite and the Sabre Turbo Custom. None of those 5 are allowed. Anything else in muscle is. We do the B class of muscle race. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, Axel. I think the first track would, in my mind, be more of a themed circuit than an event-style circuit. I would agree with that, what he said in the chat there. It's like the theme is high speed, flowy circuit. I think I would look upon it more kindly, I think, if it was that kind of category. Wait, what am I? I thought I had a ruin. I was going to say that would have been bad. So the next one got this one that we're going to race right now is a bang on 4. This got exactly a score of 4. So it got the absolute minimum needed to become verified, which still means it's a very good track. Because there's so many, tracks that don't even get 4s, 3s, 2s. Someone in the chat asked about last Saturday's stream on Twitch. It should be down in the highlight. It does exist, but it's as a highlight rather than a past broadcast. How can I race with you? Broughy.com/join gives you all the information that you need. But you can't tonight. Tonight is closed off just for permanent crew members only for part of these content creator streams, because it's not about the racing or the playing, it's about showcasing the tracks more than anything else. But yeah, on my Twitch streams is where I open up the crew and allow people to join. That's mainly on Sundays, Sunday evenings. So tomorrow at this time, I'll be streaming on Twitch. So yeah, what I was going to say with the tracks, as I always say, they're all linked in the description in the order in which they are played. This is our second track of the night, and make it work. Oh, just made it work. Whew. So in the description you'll see the track links, and this will be the second track listed where the links are in the description of the video. Nice to see a Hermes being able to compete. Now that we've banned the top few muscles for this race. Yeah, that was all bad. I quite like this. It does have a nice mix of, you know, different corner types. Hermes having trouble with its brakes there. No surprise. Oh! No, I had issues. I had major issues. I'm trying to look for things specifically now that I've given it a lap, that would hold it back. That corner's a bit iffy. Tricky. Going from high speed to a one lane type thing, but yeah, not necessarily against it. I have had a nightmare. This ruiner has not had a good time. I'm not sure what I think. Yeah, about that bit on the left. I'm not sure what I think about those being used as walls. I feel like they're okay on a straight, although they're not pleasant to look at now that I'm looking at them. I feel like it's better to just use the platforms. Why not just have the platforms for the walls? I think it's the first corner where it's using those walls as well, but it's not smooth, which isn't the best. But I quite like the layout. And I like the track extensions that have been done. Those red and white striped sections that I'm not so sure about. And there as well. I'd rather just the coloured platforms be used. That everybody else uses, the blocks, that's their proper name. I think they have better hitboxes. And they look a bit better when you don't have just constant lines all over the place. That could have been a better race from me, but or raised stunt tracks, yeah, that could work as well, where you've got like the wall coming up. Nice dive bomb. It wasn't even a dive bomb. It was just a miscalculation. I couldn't turn left enough. Especially for an event track. Like, that's what this was submitted as. I feel like there are still improvements that can be made to the walls, more so than anything else. To really elevate it to the next level. But those were our 2 event tracks. We got 2 more at the very end of the playlist, but in between we've got 3 different ones. We've got 2 regular tracks. Our next one is a regular track for playlist races. And this is the only track, the next one, that has a higher score of 4.0 something. The next one is a 4.45 average score. Oh no, the last one, sorry, as well. The last one has a 4.4. So this is one of 2 tracks that is over that 4.0 average score. Let's do sports. We'll not have the top 3 spots. Does look pretty small. Technical circuit well suited for compacts, but after recent alterations, most classes will do just fine. Okay, well, we're going to test that out tonight. Why didn't you use the Dominator in the last race? Because we banned the Dominator from being used. You should have chosen a non-upgraded Picador. Gives you plenty of time to enjoy the track. That's true. The top 3 are the Pariah, Elegy and Comet SR. If the starts are a mess, then we need to test it and check that the starts are a mess. What should I use? I haven't used a Jester for a while. Oh, Neon. Yes, always go Neon when you don't know the track. Why did you ban it? We banned the top 5 muscle cars in the last race in this for the same reason that we've banned the top 3 sports cars in this race, so we can have some interesting races where there's more cars available. Look at that acceleration! Oh, look at the other Neon! It went out straight up into 2nd place! GT driver in the other Neon. I don't think this is too bad. I feel like you can get away with those first 2 corners. That's not gone well. That has not gone well at all. If you have people who know what they're doing and actually break into corners and stuff, the first 2 corners of this track should be fine. GT driver in that Neon though, with its acceleration, got straight up into second place from like the 4th row or whatever it was. So powerful. Doesn't have the speed anywhere else, but it's got some good acceleration. Ooh. For those wondering, the track on the thumbnail is our final track tonight. So this was submitted as a playlist race, a casual playlist race, not really to be used as an event track. So we can be a little bit more lenient when we see lampposts and things. To a certain degree. Oh, there's one coming through the prop. Like, I still think that these lampposts here should be covered over. Even though it's a playlist race, I would mark it down for that. Like, I feel like there's certain areas where you can get away with not covering lampposts when it's not an event circuit. Like on the outside of corners or places where cars aren't going to frequently go. On an event circuit, you just have to, you know, cover everything really that a car could even potentially be. But, you know, stuff like that, I still feel like there's no harm in just having a stunt block piece covering all those lampposts. You can get them big enough these days. Oh, that's an upside down moment from the Jester. Fun layout. Again, what I like, and the reason that I think, you know, tracks are getting verified is because they're showing some level of ingenuity and new layouts and stuff like that, and they're fun to drive on. You can't just follow, you know, the same route of the city anymore. It's not really gonna make you stand out in a crowd. This has been used, yeah, this has used some track extensions to allow us to go around the dog track and stuff like that. And here, this is all new, not just following the city roads. Well, I guess it is technically, but it's using stunt road pieces to make it a different experience. And apart from those lampposts at the start of the track, this is a good one again. I like the layout. I'd want to see those lampposts covered still, but... yeah, like this section, it's pretty cool to be able to, you know, follow a route that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do. I don't like to see too much stunt pieces used, and if they are, I don't like to see too much curb boosting, be it possible, but this is a decent amount to just extend a track. Good mix of stunt and regular roads. Nice corner props. These definitely need covering, in my opinion, even though it is a playlist circuit. I think you could probably use this for an event as well, if those were covered. Like, I almost feel like this is one of those borderline cases where, if anything, it's just those first few lampposts on the first part of the track are the reason that the creators decided to submit it as a playlist circuit instead of an event circuit, but if you were to just get rid of those, lampposts and actually cover off an area that probably should be covered, you could probably get away with using this as an event circuit, I would say. Give me it! Come on! Yes, just took it at the line. The creator probably ran out of props. Yeah, but there's a lot of props there that, I used for visuals and stuff that could easily be used for, or just a little bit of a wall extended or something and saved a prop here or there. It's always possible. The arrows and that sign right there. There's quite a few areas. So I think they could definitely be covered. I like that. Yeah, that was a fun track. I like the layout. Submissions will be reopened next week for all platforms. The stunt road pieces were so well blended that I didn't even notice they were there. Yeah, that's another key thing, that when you are using stunt pieces alongside other stuff, it is good to blend them in as best you can. And there's been some great examples of people using stunt roads to smooth out existing roads. And that's fine too. The reason that I'm on YouTube and not on Twitch is because this goes straight to YouTube. I like doing each stream on YouTube every week for people who only watch on YouTube. It's many reasons. I've been over it a few times. Rally Extreme. So I guess we're going to do rally cars for this one. I don't know how many laps to do. This is our only non-regular racing circuit, so this is a rally / off-road circuit. So rally cars only. That's obviously no Flash GT. Let's do 5 laps. Being a Neon owner means having the whole field breathing down your neck until the next corner. Yeah, that's true. That's an experience I'm learning about. Again, the next 3 tracks are also on the borderline with the score of 4. So, but to be fair, I feel like the differences that we've seen in tracks, the Kruma's fine, yeah. The differences that we've seen in tracks hasn't, it's not noticeable, mainly to me, that these are any different from the tracks that we've seen in previous weeks. I feel like the quality is already so high when you're getting to the point of getting an average score of 4 that it has to be like ridiculously good to be getting closer to a 5, because that means that 8 or 9 of the 10 testers have to all rate it a score of 5, which is, perfect score. So it is naturally a lot more difficult to get above a 4. How many tracks did you retest? Well, I didn't retest anything. These are the first time I've seen these tracks for myself. But in general, I think the very early stages of the submissions, people were offering, the testers were offering to retest tracks, but it just got too much, so there's no retesting going on anymore. You get one chance to submit the circuit. If it's not ready by the time of your submission, then it's not going to get retested. Make sure it's finished. That's pretty funny. And then you'll be able to resubmit. You'll be able to resubmit a track or submit another track or whatever you want when resubmissions open again, which will happen for all platforms next week for the first time for PS4 and PC as well. So keep an eye on next week's content creator stream. where I'll announce that everything is back open again, or it should be at least. Just pick my way through all that mess there. Oh, a jump. This is pretty fun. Oh, that's a little bit tricky. Yeah, that's the only bit I don't like, having to go through those lampposts. This is a fun rallycross circuit, or rally, merging circuit, I guess. I don't know, whatever you want to say. Changeable, mixed condition, mixed surface track. To be full on rallycross, I feel like it would need to be a bit shorter. Oh, Jesus. I'd like to try some off-road trucks, like trophy trucks and desert raids on this as well. Could be fun. It's nice to have a rally track, off-road track, or a stunt track or something a bit different to mix up the playlists when we've got all regular racing circuits. Yeah, okay, you don't want to go through there. You can get away with not going through there. That's a cool creation on that first corner, I've got to say. With the rock man holding up the bus and whatever it is he has in the other hand. Oh! Jesus. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that this was given close to a 4. But again, that's exactly what I was saying, I think. It's just the quality of tracks is so high when you get up to those levels of even 3.5 onwards. There's very little that you would need to do to make a 3.5 into a 4. And I feel like there's even less that you'd need to do to make a 4.5 into a 5, say. It's just that everything's held to such a high standard. You've got to do something pretty special to be able to get a 5. Jesus! Comet Safari. Oh. Can I join the race? Unfortunately, you can't. These content creator streams are closed. But if you check out my Twitch streams on Sundays, this time tomorrow basically, then you can try to get into sessions. Absolutely suffering in this Omnis. Poor little Omnis. Oh. I haven't been driving too well tonight. Had some good tracks though again. I think that's the beauty of the whole community verified system that we have. Again, the link for all the information about that's in the description, but if you just want to go straight to it, it's at broughy.com/verified. I think that's the beauty of it. It's that, you know, tracks that we showcase here are just naturally already of a very high standard. That's the whole point. So we're always getting some good tracks and some fun tracks and some things that might appeal to other people and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the brake boosts, the extra brake boosts on the straight aren't great, but... There's 3 missable checkpoints on the track. Okay, well there you go. Someone just asked what the biggest weakness is of this track, but there you go. Missable checkpoints. The bumps on the back straight, not great. Also, might be better with just getting rid of the 2 bumps and making it into 1 jump, so you have 2 jumps on that back straight instead. Maybe bringing the second jump further back a little bit, so you're not running the risk of jumping and, you know, missing the corner. But otherwise, it's still a very fun track. I'd like to try it in trophy trucks, but it might be a bit tight. Right, let's do Sports Classics. Oh, that looks tight. How many laps do we want? Yeah, let's go 6. I'm not going to do non-contact because I feel like part of the testing of circuits in this way, at least, is to test that they can, you know, that the description actually says any class should do. Can you use any class to have a proper race around a track? If not, then I would say that's a problem. It is just a regular racing track for playlist races as well, so it's not necessarily being held to a standard of an event circuit where you really do want to be able to be used for every single class. You know, if you make an event circuit, but you can't you can't have you can't have, you know, supers on it or sports on it or something like that, then what's the point? But this isn't an event circuit, so it's a regular racing circuit. A few people in the chat saying compacts. We'll see. We'll see whether we should have chosen compacts at the end. At least it's a longish grid, so that helps. All right, let's see. I don't like lampposts sticking through the road. Yeah, I think this just about works for most classes. I agree that it's definitely more of a playlist circuit than an event style circuit, but it's still a little bit rough, I would say. I think there's a few areas that could do with a bit more lamppost coverage, especially right there. That's a nightmare. Similar to the first track. Was it the first track? No, Night at the Races. It was the third track? Yeah, it was the other non-event style track that we did. I think it's the same story with that. Like, even though it's not an event style circuit, there's still areas that could be done much. And that's why you're not allowed multiple moves on a straight. Steward's room tomorrow. That's what it's going to be about. You know, there's definitely still some areas that could be polished. Could it be used as an event track if it was, you know, fully polished? Maybe. I think it could. If it was given even like, I think it needs quite a bit of love and attention to become event track standard. It doesn't need much to still continue to be just a better version of what it is. But I quite like the layout. I think it's a fun layout. Oh, of course. Okay, that whole corner is just a problem. I thought I could get under that tree. Yeah, a tree is not a good apex prop. One of the big stunt targets would just work on that corner, surely, and just be the apex prop. This would make a good random all track, I think. I think, if anyone can remember, was it the very first PS4 stream that we did showcasing tracks? It was Soccer Ballin's track, West Mirror GP. It was like the highest rated track we've had since we started this. It was like 4.94 or something that it got. I feel like this is a track that has the potential to get that same level of score, but it needs to be created to that standard as well. As it is right now, it's a fun track, you know, totally acceptable. Definitely works as a fun playlist race. But yeah, it's the kind of, it does have more potential than the track shows at the moment, I feel. Even though it is, you know, good enough to be considered verified. Couldn't do it. Too fast of a corner to go for that. Probably could have done an extra lap, but wouldn't have made too much of a difference either way. I like it. I like it as a fun playlist track. I feel like it could be more, but you know, it's still good. I think there's no sort of areas that where the wrong props are used. They just could be used to better effect, I think is the best description of that. The score for this one was 4.06. Again, apart from our third and last track, they're all pretty much in that 4 to 4.1 range tonight. A good series idea is for you to set a layout a week later, see who made the best track with that layout. That'd be pretty fun. Just set up a... But then I feel like part of a track is the inspiration that a creator gets on the layout. And you create a track around a layout. And it's useless me. Let's do muscle... But any car is allowed, and we'll just leave it on 2 laps because it looks quite long. You know, what I keep saying is how to stand out, you really need to have, you know, a track that extends beyond just the roads of Los Santos. And, you know, me creating a layout that just uses the roads of Los Santos, it kind of doesn't leave much room for inspiration for a track creator. So I think creators have enough inspiration themselves. So we've got enough good tracks to showcase. Lap is a bit over 2 minutes. Okay, let's do 3 laps then. I like to do the tracks for about 6 minutes each. Normally that works out at 10 miles for most tracks in most of the faster classes, but obviously it varies. I could have done an extra lap on the previous track. Would have been 30 seconds more than 6 minutes. Sometimes you do it and it's 30 seconds less than 6 minutes, but I think that's enough to be able to get through the tracks, showcase what we've got, have some good racing. Just Adrian, thank you. Welcome to the live stream, hope you enjoy. We've got another new member. Thank you. I'm going to wait till it pops up on the screen though.
Oh, what a scumbag!
I think 6 minutes is a very good time for these races to showcase the track and not, you know, be on with the track too long. But I think having a 6 minute race to race, wow, that's some seriously bad re-entering of the track there, reversing into an apex of a cut. Oh, can I get through here? Please say I can get through. Yes. Jesus, it's been a nightmare tonight. But if you want a proper race, it needs to be around 15 to 20 minutes, I would say, for a proper race. You know, between that's long enough for you to actually, you know, have the best people win and challenge and stuff like that. just for like playlist races in general. When I'm doing Twitch streams and we're just racing for the fun of racing, the races are usually the races are usually for 10 to 15 minutes long each. What on earth is going on tonight? Oh my god! This is unbelievable! Kami M73, thank you so much for the channel membership, man. Thank you for joining. Use the emotes. Have fun using the emotes. Enjoy having that Snoopy next to your name in the chat and on comments on videos. Thank you for joining us. Up to 35 now. 5 away from another emote. Had a lot of city tracks recently on PS4. Wasn't the last PS4 stream that we did full of city tracks as well? I think I like tracks in every other area better than city circuits. I knew I should have done 2 laps. Although that first lap was pretty awful, so this one should be over pretty quick, but well, much quicker I should say, but I think 2 laps would have been enough for a 6-minute race. Yosemite loves the bumps. So this was submitted as an event circuit. I think it would work. I'm not seeing any major issues so far from a prop perspective. Considering it is a city circuit, it does feel quite nice to drive. Normally it's so difficult to create long city circuits as well. Just because you need so many props to cover obstacles like lampposts and things. Ugh. It's got no top speed. But it does have some mighty acceleration. Yeah, 2 laps would have been perfect for 6 minutes, but never mind. It's difficult to kind of showcase a track with only 2 laps. I suppose that's what you get when it's a longer circuit. Yeah, I quite like this one. There's
what a scumbag!
certain parts that I wish, instead of having those rounded tubes to cover off lampposts, I wish they were just like the blocks going down the road as a wall, and then you could use so many those, you know, that prop usage for other things. Yeah, as far as city tracks go, I quite like this one. Good mix of corners and things. Issues are being had there. It's rare for me to like a city track this much. I think there are definite improvements that can be made with some of the prop usage on the outside of corners, and the way that, like this, I feel like that idea, using that wall to cover all those lampposts down this part of the road, that should be used in some other areas as well instead. Yeah, this is nice. This is definitely a nice city circuit. I might be being blinkered because I'm driving it in my favourite car, like, but still. Just over 2 minutes for a lap flaming. Wiffle1 with the Twitch Prime subscription over on Twitch. Thank you, Wiffle1. Appreciate it. Yeah, Twitch subscriptions do still show up on the YouTube streams as well. Since we've had Twitch Prime, should we, since Wiffle has subscribed with Twitch Prime, should we have some GTM and Twitch Prime blurb that probably people on YouTube have never heard?
Are you a scumbag? You like to wish Brothy1322 a happy birthday on a daily basis. Is the F620 a car that you think is still a meme? Did you ever want to support Brothy beyond spamming dumb memes in chat? Well, I got good news for you, because with Amazon Prime you're able to link your Amazon Prime account to Twitch, giving you the opportunity to subscribe to your favorite content creator for free. And of course, this is the one and the only Brothy1322.
No, not you, Nos.
So what are you waiting for? Link your Amazon
Who
Prime
also gets
account
best
with
lap
Twitch
as well
today
for the
and
first time
subscribe to
today.
Brothy1322. I'm sure you won't regret it.
Ah, good times. Best lap? That's the first best lap I've had tonight. Excellent. Happy with that. I thought that last lap was pretty nice. I was just on my own, so I was able to not worry about it. I like that track. I think that's been my favourite one from tonight. Just felt nice to drive. So we'll do... I guess we'll do supers with no top 4. I find the other classes quite boring. Compact sedans, SUVs, coupes. They're fun, but only when you've got the cars that make them fun. Like just putting it on SUVs and then everybody uses a contender. It's pretty boring. Coupes I find so dull because there's been no new cars for 5 years. They've got too much traction. No top 4 supers. slow spots. We've already done slow spots. Well, slower spots. What to use? Thank you again, Cami M73, for the membership. I appreciate it. There's a really tight section that would definitely be carnage. Oh, great. So this is the track from the thumbnail. This is our final track for the night. This is the only one, apart from the Night at the Races track, that had a score high. Oh, damn it. Had a score higher than a 4.1. So we'll see what it's like. It was submitted as an event style circuit as well. So we're not looking for any, well, we're looking to not have any prop issues, anything that can alter the outcome of a race beyond the driver's skill. I missed the Zentana. Oh, Jesus! There's been some questionable racing tonight in some areas. Oh. It's a pretty cool section. That's a good track extension. The docks, I find, is sometimes such a difficult place to create a track. Because it is so tight, but ugh. These track extensions. Yeah, this is nice. It's a track around the docks, but it's not entirely around the docks. It's utilizing a bit of the docks. You know, they were on a part of the dock area now, but there's quite a bit that is stunt prop as well. But it's not so much that it's all curb boosts everywhere and just, you know, stitched together. It's actually quite well thought out. Some good track extensions, making it a completely unique layout than you can otherwise get. The last two tracks have been my favourite from tonight, I've got to say. Don't like that so much. Wish that was a more gradual corner that you couldn't just curb boost over it. Yeah, this is good. I'm not seeing any issues with props. No metal barriers used, no bad hitbox props used. Oh, he's upside down. Just managed to get it stopped. I'm gonna get done on the inside though. Can we hang it around the outside? Just. Some good corners. Some fun corners. Have some good racing already. Can't cope with the grip of an FMJ. Where can I find a list with all the tracks and the scores? Bruffy.com/verified. There's a link to the spreadsheet that contains all the tracks for all the platforms and all the scores. Which is linked in the description. All the information for all of this community verified program is all on that page. As I say every week. I'm surprised people still use the Cyclone when there's the Tesseract exists. I think it's just better in every way. If you want a high acceleration car. Although the Cyclone, I suppose, is instant acceleration. The Tesseract is a little bit later on in the phase of the acceleration, but to each their own. Cyclone's nowhere near neon levels in sports, to me. Need some high traction cars on this section. This is good. This last section is really nice. Not too much curb boosting. Obviously there's a little bit on the outside there, but it's acceptable. I wish there was something that could be done about the curb boosting there, but it's not too bad. Zentorno doesn't have the grip for a track like this. Need some more slow speed corners for the Zentorno to thrive. Still been a good bit of fun though. I miss the Zentorno days. Yeah. Really, is nobody waiting for anything that's just happened right now? I fail to understand how what happened just happened and nobody gave me a position. Hasn't been the best tonight from a racing perspective. It's been good from a track perspective though, as it always is. Just got it. That was nice. That was a nice track. BK Motor with the 100 bits from over on Twitch. I don't get that, and I'm never gonna get it. What you said. next episode of Steward's Room this stream. Yeah, it wasn't great from a racing perspective, but again, it was good from a track showcase perspective. Enjoyable once again. Again, the links are all in the description for the 7 tracks that we've played. We've got our final track, which is just a bit of fun at the end, which also helps us to limit the track to the playlist to 20 players. Yeah, that was good. Again, like I said earlier on, although there's been tracks tonight that have been maybe not to everybody's tastes, or you know, just barely hitting the we're doing Vans. Catch up off Slipstream on. Yeah, we'll leave customs on. We'll leave it on current for a bit of nonsense at the end. Slipstream is actually pretty good when it comes to Vans. But yeah, like to even be at the level to be a verified track as part of this community verified system, you know, to get a score of 4 out of 5 and higher is so difficult that even the lower 4s are still very good tracks. And again, you can submit your own circuits with the link in the description. Isn't this like the 3rd time we did Vans around here? Have we done Vans around here in these content creator streams before? I feel like we've done it once. Have we done it twice? I think I wanted to do Vans last time, but the PC version didn't have it available. We'll do it this time and then we won't do it again for another few times. Just mixes it up, Vans. We should do some van races tomorrow night. But yeah, you can submit your circuits down below, and there's a link down below in the description, which is the bruffy.com/verified link. It takes you to a page with all the information. It takes you to the links to submit your own circuits. And like I said, the track submissions will be reopened for everybody next week. So those of you on PS4 and PC, if you submitted a track already, you will now also be able to submit a second one. Obviously it's only 1 track per wave. Make sure it's finished, make sure it's ready, make sure it's as good as it can be. You don't get a second chance. And as always, there's the blimp always says at the start of this race, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys being here. Remember, this isn't part of the regular showcase. This isn't linked in the description or anything. Oh, it's all gone to hell immediately. Big Jam got his revenge from the streams previously. Just made it through. Remember, going to be playing 5M tomorrow night. On the Sunday stream, it'll be basically this time. If you go to my Twitch channel at this time tomorrow night, 6 PM UK time onwards, Jesus, you will see some 5M action. With all the random racing and other fun stuff that we can do on there. The best racers will obviously make their way to YouTube as well, but yeah, the stream has everything. And obviously feel free to join in my Twitch streams. They're just like this. We do some GTA races, we have some fun. I have a lot of nice people over there in the chat. It's always a good time. And thank all of you guys for being here as well. I appreciate it, whether you're here watching it live, whether you're watching it as a video afterwards. I appreciate all the support. The videos will start to increase in number during December. I've got some things that I need to do, and the planes and helicopter testing should happen as well in the not too distant future. Did I really just come in on the last race of the stream? You did indeed, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that was the last one. And that will do us for tonight. That will be it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thanks everybody down below. Thanks for today's new members, YouTube members. And the steward's room will be the next video, which will be tomorrow. Just 1 hour before the stream starts. So I'll make sure to not look at the comments of that before I stream, otherwise I'll be salty all night. I can't help it, I have to. And yeah, all the track links are down below in the description as well, and all the information that you need. And we'll be back here same time next week on YouTube, showcasing some Xbox One tracks. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. See you all next time. Bye bye.